Adding fresh ingredients to cold process soaps could be intimidating, but if you know the tips and tricks, you'll have an ace up in your sleeve. Stay until the end of the video because today I'll share with you my process in making aloe vera, mint, and green tea soap. Alright, let's start with the fresh aloe vera. First, you have to remove the prickly edge of the aloe vera leaf, then remove the aloe skin. Gently scrape the gel off the leaf using a spoon, and then put it in the blender and pulse it a few times. Then you have to freeze it. Once frozen, the white color would change to light yellow-green color. That's normal and you don't have to worry about that. For the green tea, you have to steep the green tea and make a concentrated extract out of it. One tea bag approximately contains 2 grams of tea based on the label. And down here, I still weighed it. It is 2.3 grams. Of course, the 0.3 is because of the packaging. I added 50 grams of water per 2 grams of tea leaves. Next, combine and blend the frozen aloe vera, the mint leaves, and the green tea. Blend it and strain it just to take out the juice. So this is ready. We will be doing full water replacement. You have to slowly pour sodium hydroxide in the juice and make sure to dissolve it properly. Tip number 1, heat will start to build up due to the exothermic reaction and also because of the other components in your aloe vera, in the mint, and in the green tea. So what I would normally do is to place the whole container in an ice bath to keep the temperature low. The color of the solution will turn reddish brown. When the temperature drops around 66 degrees Fahrenheit, we can start to make soap. Now let's make some soap. For the oil, I kept it at room temperature. Oil is at 32 degrees Celsius or 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Try to maintain the temperature at not more than 35 degrees Celsius or 95 degrees Fahrenheit. That's important when you are making this soap. The oil blend that I use today contains coconut oil, sustainable palm oil, olive oil, castor oil, and jojoba oil. Okay, I'm using jojoba oil because I like the after feel of jojoba oil. Pour the lye solution into the oil while straining it just to ensure that there is no undissolved lye particles. Stir it slowly or you can use a stick blender until a stable emulsion is observed. Add the fragrance oil. Today I used peppermint essential oil, so you have to stir it again. I divided the soap batter into 3 portions. I colored one with spring green mica, titanium dioxide on the next container. For the leftover, I just kept it plain. And you have to slowly stir it again to suspend the colorants properly into the soap butter. To my soap sisters and bubble brothers, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, allow me to introduce myself a little bit. I am Kathy, the Clumsy Soaper. I started my soap making journey in 1993. I was 13 years old back then. And I became a chemist because of my love for this craft. I cannot make soaps for everyone, but I can always share the soap making tips and tricks and hacks that I learned through the years. I hope that you'll get something of value here and be inspired to make your own soaps too. Now it's time to pour the soap into the mold. I started with the plain one. Tip number 2. Using steeped tea leaves in your soap naturally gives a tan or brown color due to the tannin content. Next, I took the white colored soap butter and diluted the plain soap butter to lighten it a bit. I just poured it to layer it. It doesn't have to be perfect. I repeated the process a couple of times and I didn't fully mix the color to create a color gradient and waves. while I'm doing this, let's have a little chit-chat about the benefits of aloe, mint, and tea. Aloe vera is good for the skin, especially for dry to oily skin because it brings back the moisture to our skin. It is also gentle and suitable for those who have eczema and psoriasis because it has anti-inflammatory effects. It can also alleviate acne. For the mint leaves, it has a cooling effect and it's also good for acne. For green tea, it has anti-aging properties. It is rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory. Just like the other two ingredients, it's also good for acne. Of course, you must remember that we cannot claim anything in our soaps because when you do, you have to substantiate your claim. And if you have a claim, instead of a true soap or just a simple consumer goods, your soap can be classified as a cosmetic or a drug or both. It will also be subject to regulatory scrutiny. So you have to make sure that you don't claim anything when you are making soap. You have to be very careful. On the marketing side, it is always good to write it down for label appeal. So you just have to write in your label somewhere along the lines of contains aloe vera, mint, and green tea. That's it. Short and sweet. You didn't claim anything, but the ingredients will actually speak up for itself. For the top layer, I just flattened it and used a silicone lace mat for texture. For the question of the week, I'd like to know on whether you've tried making soaps out of fresh ingredients before, and if you did, what fresh ingredients have you used already? Please write it down in the comment section below. And if there's any fresh ingredients that you would like me to do and to share here in my channel, please let me know. After 2 days, I unmolded the soap. You can see the layers. The bottom color is the natural color of the aloe vera, mint, and green tea. So next time, if you want to have a tan or cream or brownish color in your soap, you can just steep green tea and add it into your soap. Now it's time to cut the soap. I used a multi-cutter to have an even cut between bars. Tip number 3. Make sure that the strings of the soap cutter is tight. When I cut the soap, I normally put the soap sideways to avoid unnecessary streaks in the soap bars, especially if you are using clays or fresh ingredients. That's very important. Here are the soaps. I cleaned it a bit and beveled it too. I'm happy with the outcome of this soap. How about you? I hope that you like it. I hope that you enjoyed our soap making session today, and thank you so much for joining me. Once again, I'm Kathy the Clumsy Soaper, and if you're new here, I hope that you would consider subscribing into my channel for soap making videos, DIY tutorials, and a lot more. Hit the bell icon so that you will be notified when I release a new content here in my channel. Just like you, soap making is my passion, and I would really appreciate if you can join me in my soap making journey so we can learn and grow together. Thank you so much, Soap Sisters and Wobble Brothers, and happy birthday to those who are celebrating their birthdays this month. God bless!